Thank you so much for joining me this evening, and I I think I think this is probably my last post for Sunday, and it's a moment for recollection and for serious thought, a moment when one of the world's most recognized spiritual leaders, Pope Francis, has reached out to the faithful with with a deeply personal plea for prayer during a grave health crisis. In a message prepared with great care, Pope Francis, now 88 years old, sitting in a chair by the side of his hospital bed, asked the faithful to pray for him as he battles a severe pneumonia infection and he knows that it's serious. It's not often that we witness a leader of such stature who, for over a decade, has shepherded millions with confidence and compassion, humbly requests the spiritual support of his global community. His words, simple yet laden with the weight of personal vulnerability, remind us that no one, not even the most powerful, is immune to the frailties of human existence. And admitted to Rome's Gemelli Hospital on February the 14th, the Pope has been fighting a complex respiratory infection, one that involves not only pneumonia in both lungs, but also a mixture of viral, bacterial, and fungal elements, and his long history of respiratory challenges stemming from an early bout with pleurisy and the subsequent removal of a portion of one lung places him in a uniquely vulnerable position. The medical teams, including Dr. Sergio Alfieri and his colleagues, describe him as a fragile patient, a term that underscores the gravity of his condition. Despite this, the Pope remains mentally sharp, capable of prayer, connected to those closest to him, even from his hospital bed. There's a profound symbolic resonance in a figure who has long epitomized strength and hope, asking for prayer. Pope Francis's public acknowledgement of his frailty, of his fragility, serves as a powerful reminder that leadership is not about invulnerability, but about genuine connection with the human experience. In asking for prayers, he not only seeks divine intervention, but also invites us to participate in a communal act of care and solidarity, of which he is the central focus. This gesture transcends the boundaries of personal illness. It's an invitation for us all to embrace our own vulnerability, to lean on one another in times of distress. And within the Catholic tradition, prayer is far more than a ritual. It's a profound dialogue with the divine, a means of sharing one's burdens and hopes with God. And for Pope Francis, who has always emphasized the pastoral dimension of his ministry, this call for prayer is both a personal request and a reaffirmation of his commitment to a faith that's communal and intercessory. When millions around the world join in prayer, they are not only supporting a single individual, but also strengthening the bonds that connect the global church. And this act of unity, especially during times of personal and institutional trial, reaffirms the timeless belief that prayer can be a source of solace, courage, and even miraculous healing. This episode also invites us to consider the nature of leadership in our modern world. Throughout his papacy, Pope Francis has striven to break down barriers, challenge outdated norms, and bring a fresh, compassionate perspective to the Church. And his current condition is a stark reminder of our shared mortality. Even those who lead by example in faith, hope, and charity are not immune to the physical limitations imposed by age and illness, and in recognizing his own frailty, Pope Francis embodies a humility that's both rare and inspiring. It's a call to his followers not to lose faith in leadership, but to recognize that true strength lies in acknowledging our weaknesses and drawing strength from the community. In response to this plea, there's been an outpouring of solidarity from Catholics around the world, from impromptu prayer vigils outside the Gemelli Hospital to the heartfelt petitions issued by bishops and cardinals across continents. The faithful have rallied in support of their shepherd, and prominent voices within the Church, including Archbishop William E. Lorry and Cardinal Blaise J. Cupich, have echoed the call by inviting the faithful to join in prayer for his recovery, for the continued guidance of the Holy Spirit in his ministry. The collective prayer is a testimony to the enduring community, the enduring power of community, and the belief that spiritual support can uplift even the most daunting of challenges. The Pope's current health crisis and his personal plea for prayer also bring to the forefront questions about the future of the Catholic Church, and rumours and discussions about potential resignations and the eventual succession of a new pontiff are already circulating, reflecting the uncertainty that accompanies any prolonged period of illness in a leader of this magnitude. Yet even with this speculation, Pope Francis's message remains clear and focused. His immediate need is for prayer and spiritual comfort and spiritual support. His willingness to embrace his mortality, while still engaging with the responsibilities of his office, speaks again about his enduring faith that transcends personal suffering. It's an affirmation that even in the face of grave illness, the human spirit can find renewal through faith, prayer, and the bonds of community. In this sense, the Pope's call for prayer is not merely an appeal for healing, but also a profound reminder of the Church's resilience, a resilience built on centuries of tradition, reform, and unwavering faith. Pope Francis's humble request for prayer from his hospital bed is a powerful and deeply moving episode. It serves as a reminder that true leadership is not defined by the absence of weakness, but by the courage to confront it head-on and to seek help when needed. His condition, while medically complex, opens a window into the profound interconnectedness of our lives, a connection forged in shared vulnerability, collective prayer, and the hope for healing. So as the world reflects this moment, I think we need to consider the importance of compassion and solidarity. Whether you're a member of the Catholic Church or someone who values the universal human qualities of empathy and resilience, here's a lesson to be learned from Pope Francis's plea that in our moments of greatest need, we can find strength not only in our own determination, but also in the support of our community and the power of prayer. I think collective prayer is important, and I hope Pope Francis has strength and healing, and I think it's encouraging that he reminds us of the enduring power of hope and unity.